Excellent morning to you guys out there. Welcome. This is Wake Up Nigeria.
Yeah, we have the Christmassy side of life going on right here in the studio. Hey, it's going to be another great day of sending out holiday cheer.
Definitely, you guys are welcome. Now, it's going to be plenty of everything that you guys have hoped for. We painstakingly put this one together for you, curated just for you out there. We love having you guys here for a grand old time to share love and share our personalities and looks and everything for a Thursday. The journey every single morning is always for you. And that's why we begin thus.
Yeah, so we always have a pleasant journey, especially since we're all together. Hey. And someone who always makes the journey even a little bit more pleasant is Winfrey. How you doing, darling?
I'm doing great. See, the budget came on right after. Forget about it. I'm doing great. It's the start of a brand new day, and I'm excited. Christmas is in a few days. Yeah, I can see a lot of greens around.
Yeah,
a lot of greens.
Well, that's fantastic.
So, greens.
It's all good. On a Thursday, we always go back to the roots here, and that's why we always are appreciating our African side.
Yes.
The ties we wear always so. So, hey, welcome and join us in celebrating Africa this penultimate Thursday for 2023.
Wow.
It's that time. Penultimate.
Wow.
Last one before the last, so you guys
just said 2023, by the way.
Woo!
but we know you get it. We have this really great energy around us right here on Wake Up Nigeria, and we appreciate each and every one of you for joining us. My name is Titilayo Oyinsong.
And of course, my name is Mazino Peel. You guys want to remember that you can watch us live on GOTV channel 26 and also on UHF 47. It is that easy. Of course, you can carry us with you everywhere that you go. All you need to do is make sure that you have the app on your phone. You can download it on iOS or Google Play Store. Made a mistake there. It's actually GOTV channel 27.
And UHF channel 49.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. We have quite a bit coming your way. We have a book of the week. Now, this one's title is really interesting. It's called Sell or Die Poor. Deep.
That's grim.
Goodness me. The book shares some game-changing secrets to making more sales and more money every day. Yeah, we all need that. We have the author, Kingsley Ndemele, with us for a chat later on.
And then we're going to be joined by David Oz. Yes, from Oz. He's a modern realist painter who uses a personally developed technique called absolute realism to capture realistic features in highly chromatic forms.
Yeah, that particular scene, the whole school uniform thing, I don't know, loosening your tie. What were you known for in school when you were...
Oh, I was a prim and proper guy.
Like
absolutely always prim and proper.
Your uniform was always like...
Always ironed, always white, never a smirk on it. And I always used to get called up to the assembly line.
Wow.
And then the principal would go, "This is what an exemplary student should look like."
Oh, wow.
Every single time. Yeah, what was her name again? Mrs. Bajulai, late Mrs. Bajulai. Yes, fantastic.
I can't believe you actually remember the name of her.
I have to. She was very impactful in my life because
wow.
she was an amazing principal. I loved her. I loved her. This is secondary school, by the way.
Winfrey, what about you in school? How were you in school? Were you tidy?
What were you? You don't remember?
You don't remember most of my childhood, but
Really?
something I remember. I was princess, a queen of our house, Yellow House. I was always in Yellow House.
Wow.
Throughout from as far back as I remember. I was also was I in the band? Yeah, I used to go.
Were you drumming or what? What were you drumming?
She was
I was drumming at
beautiful.
some point.
Wow.
Then when the match passed, we'd be in the carriage and they'll carry you up and have a tiara on your head. And then you wave to the crowd.
And you carried that all the way to
Goodness me.
adulthood.
Oh, yeah.
You never stopped, did
Yeah. So everything y'all are saying is great.
you? What were you?
My own uniform was almost always rumpled. I often had a rip in the
You were
pocket.
the Fresh Prince of the class, weren't you?
Then my socks were always brown. Sometimes I'll turn it inside out.
Really?
So that it look white when I get to... So my socks used to get dirty on the way from home to school.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Because I would jump buses
Oh.
and then walk all the way from Sabo bus stop all the way to Queen's College. So there was always dust on it. So by the time I get to the gate, I'll take the socks off, turn them inside out, and roll them
That's
so that they'll still be white.
That's enough.
But I'll still serve punishment for getting there late. But it's fine. Nostalgia, a little nostalgia going back down memory lane there. But hey, we have the weather coming your way. Stay with us.
Welcome. Let's do the news. My name is Mazino Peel. Now, President Muhammadu Buhari has written to the Nigerian Senate to seek approval for 819 billion naira supplementary budget for the year 2022. According to the content of the letter read at plenary by the President of the Senate, the supplementary budget is set to mitigate the effect of flooding, especially as it concerns government water and infrastructure projects destroyed by flood waters. The 2022 supplementary budget is to be funded through domestic borrowing, raising budget deficits to 8.17 trillion naira and GDP ratio to 4.43%. The request has been referred to the Senate's Committee on Appropriations for further legislative scrutiny.
In support of the 2023 budget, pursuant to Section 58 and 59 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, I formally request for consideration and passage into law by the Senate the Finance Bill 2022. The Finance Bill 2022 seeks to support the implementation of the 2023 federal budget of fiscal consolidation and transition.
Now, Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo has paid a courtesy visit to the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, at his residence in Abuja. He was received by the APC Vice Presidential candidate, Senator Kashim Shettima, former governor of Edo State, Adams Oshiomhole, and other chieftains of the party who were with Asiwaju Tinubu at the time of the visit. This is the first time the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, will be visiting the APC presidential candidate after the APC primary elections, where the former governor of Lagos, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, emerged as the ruling party's presidential flag bearer ahead of the 2023 elections. At the end of the closed-door meeting, the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, declined speaking on the essence of the visit. Moving on now, outside Nigeria, Vladimir Putin believes Russia is not to blame for the war in Ukraine, adding both countries are sharing a tragedy. During a televised address with senior military officials, the Russian president said he continued to see Ukraine as a brotherly nation. He claimed the conflict was the result of the policy of third countries and not down to Russian policies. The theory, which implies Western expansion is the cause, has been repeatedly dismissed outside Russia. President Putin claimed the West had brainwashed post-Soviet republics, starting with Ukraine.
Welcome back. You're still watching Wake Up Nigeria. It's time for us to take some headlines, and I'll be starting today with The Punch. For the major headline here, we have fuel scarcity. Depots dry up. Nigerians face bleak Christmas. We have that on page 2. Fuel queues worsen in Lagos. Others, marketers blame supply shortage. Interstate commercial drivers, passengers bemoan high cost of fuel fares. Filling stations closed down over unavailability of fuel. Nogasa laments. And at the top of the paper, above the masthead, we have Emefiele bows to pressure, raises cash limits to 500,000 for individual and 5 million naira for corporates. And stop harassing CBN governors, Saraki. UK lawmakers advise DSS. We have that on page 8 and 9. Right beside that, we have Buhari seeks fresh 819 billion naira loan. Domestic debts hits 22.5 trillion. We have that on page 21. And right beside the masthead, we have Lagos test train projects 250,000 passengers daily. We have that on page 21 as well. And moving to the very bottom of the paper, we have to the very left, lack of fund halts Eastern Railway projects. Federal government, we have that on page 9. And to the side of that, we have Okada ban. Cop detained for killing Lagos motorcyclists. We have that on page 4. And to the right of that, we have PDP, APC clash over alleged Tinubu rigging plots. We have that on page 6, I'm guessing. And for the Daily Trust, right now we have for the major headlines, troops kill scores of IPOB terrorists in Enugu, Ebonyi. Undercover decomposing bodies, DSS. Uncover decomposing bodies. DSS arrest masterminds of Imo INEC attacks. NSCDC uncovers dangerous group in security uniforms. We have that on page 4. And right below the masthead, we have Daily Trust launches fact-check portal to fight fake news. We have that on page 6. CBN raises individual cash withdrawal limits to 500,000 naira weekly. We have that on page 23. And to the side of that, we have Yuletide. Air travelers lament delays, cancellation of flights. We have that on page 3. Moving to the bottom of the paper, we have 2023 Hajj. COVID-19 test removed as Nigeria gets 95,000 slots. We have that on page 5. Below that, we have power surge kills 11 in Zaria. We have that on page 32. Federal government launches application to monitor capital projects. We have that on page 4. Buhari seeks 819.5 billion naira supplementary budget as deficit hits 8.17 trillion naira. We have that on page 6. Moving now quickly to the News Direct. We have Buhari seeks 819.5 billion naira supplementary budgets 10 days to end of 2022. For the writers there, we have request letter read at Senate plenary 10 days before year 2022 runs out. Supplementary budget to be funded by additional domestic borrowing. President says fund to address critical infrastructures affected by flood. Senate invites Ministry of Finance, Agriculture, CBN, and others for explanation. We have that on page 3. And to the very top of the paper, above the masthead, we have Osun Tribunal. INEC admits over-voting in governorship election. We have that on page 2. Akeredolu signs 2023 appropriation bill into law. And to the very right, we have Dangote Cement CDP climate rating upgraded to B. And that's all we'll be taking for the newspaper headlines right now. So much more to come on Wake Up Nigeria. Do stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, people.
Yeah, welcome back. Now, look, it's quarter to Christmas, quarter to holidays, and a lot of people are, like when you're driving out of any compound now, you're seeing the security guys, Merry Christmas, auntie, uncle. A lot of people hailing people. Domestic staff also are looking on eagerly.
They did that all through the year, though, just put it in.
Did they really do it?
With a bit more enthusiasm this time.
Yes.
Like, hey, baba.
Yeah. It does feel like there is... So do we have to do that? Do we have to do the gifting and the giving? Do we always have to indulge them? Now, yes, it is a season for giving, we know that, but does it feel like you're completely obligated to just, drop something, do something?
Do you have an instance in mind that makes you refer to this?
Yeah, because, okay, so for domestic staff, there are a lot of them that take advantage of their environment every single day, like Winfrey said. There was a post that was found online, and this is how it goes. It says, last week I found out my maid has been having 2 eggs with her breakfast every day. Today, I found out she's taking cheese slices, adding cheese slices to her breakfast. This is not a living maid. She comes from her house and goes back. Isn't it too much?
What's a sandwich without a cheese slice? Come on.
Yeah, so
and then
like,
2 eggs, yes, that's a double whammy.
That's like every day.
Well, while I'm laughing at this, I actually have had experience like that. And,
okay.
I and my wife had this experience where we had this lady who was not a live-in maid, but she'd come in, help with the, everything in the morning and then leave maybe early afternoon after the kid is back home. Now, I was of the opinion that it's okay, Jerry. Whatever we're enjoying, they could enjoy. My wife is like, no, don't do this, especially in the beginning.
Yeah.
If you allow people to do this, they'll walk all over you.
Yeah.
We almost caused some kind of like quarrel sometime. But the day that I had enough was when I have a thing with, I always like a clear throat. So I have cough drops always. And they're not exactly cheap.
Okay.
So I was walking downstairs and then walked right into the dining room one day and I heard, that sound when the capsule goes, and I'm like, whoa. And then she popped it in her mouth and I'm like, that's it. That's the straw. You just done pulled it.
Wow.
I was livid. I'm like, so I understand now what she meant where she said, if you give them a mile, if you give them an inch, they'll take a what. But I'm also of the opinion that we need to be a bit more human. And that people are experiencing way different from what you're experiencing. You don't know, you might be going through whatever you're going through, but you're privileged at the end of the day.
Sure.
People who are helping out at home have tougher conditions that they're going through. So I always like to have a very open house.
Okay, so I want to take exception to the word helping out. It depends on the circumstances with which these people are in your home. Did you employ them as staff, or are you helping a family in the village?
Staff.
Are they staff?
They are
so
staff.
I think there needs to
We're talking
be
staff
an
here.
actual definition. Do you
We're
give them
talking
a
staff.
salary? Do they earn money, and why are they not using their money to do certain things?
Okay.
Yeah.
People really do not understand. I keep saying that.
Boundaries
right?
is a good word.
And that's where, this sort of situations come in. First off, in this time where the economic situation, keeps worsening, how do you eat 2 eggs
Every day? You need to. If I'm having
implications to that.
no. If
Well,
I'm having eggs, I'm having 2. That's the only. That's when it's balanced. Leave that one. We'll worry about that 10 years from now.
But still, right? Come on. Okay,
Really?
I understand that she's a help.
Yeah.
To do the job.
Yeah.
Winfrey.
Okay, yeah. So what I have to say about this particular situation is that open house, yes, that is me, to be honest, because I feel, if she had it in her, if she could afford it, she probably would not need to. So what I try to do, to be honest, even when I'm doing like charity stuff, I actually go for the things that are different. Do you understand? In the sense of creating an experience for
the
people,
individual,
an experience that they're not used to. Do you understand? So I believe, like in the house, I understand. I know growing up, it was all, oh, this is daddy's place, mommy's place, children's place, health's place, right? Fine, I understand that. But then when it comes to food, I don't believe, okay, fine, you eat fresh food today, why the maids eat the leftovers?
No.
I don't believe in things like that. I
nobody's
believe
saying
that.
that.
No, I'm just saying. So the egg situation, to be honest, if you want to have 2, have 2. Like, if you can afford it, it's
Then
fine.
again, Winfrey
Seriously.
and MM, let me say that I understand that even while things are not easy, even for you as
Yes,
the
of course.
employer.
No, I get that.
So
but-
2 eggs every day. We put
That's a
that
lot.
together in a month.
That's a
What's
lot.
the day like?
fine. Okay, I have
one
2
crate of eating
Okay, I have
eggs.
2 eggs 3 times a week. But my point is that if I want to eat egg, it's 2 I'm eating.
Chop.
That's just my own.
But
Do you understand?
You
So
went out, you earned your money, you do your job, you earn a salary.
I just feel
and
those
you
are
come
just
back and
little
you pay
things that
for
you
it.
It
get
boils
to
down
enjoy
to
by
the
being
simple policies you put
in my
down in your house regarding
or
She
something.
added cheese. Oh.
to be,
She
No,
added cheese.
but Titi,
I don't
I
like
think
cheese
it
so
boils
much,
down
so
to how
yeah.
you have the arrangement you have with these people.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
get paid. If you're gonna have breakfast at my home, you have to bring yours because
Yeah.
I'm paying you for this.
Yeah.
This is mine. It's calculated down to a T.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be buying a
fine,
crate of
but
egg for you in addition to your what's it called.
Wow.
So if you set that arrangement in the beginning and say, Madam, this is how we're gonna operate. So once in a while, I can say, hey, would you like a sandwich? There are 2 eggs in it. That's fine. But don't
but
take
not
liberty
every day, maybe,
and start making 2 eggs and
maybe.
1 cheese. Put my pocket. If it's pork, I will fight you. I love that thing.
Well, all in all, there's a lot to talk about. We'd love to know your opinion on this. Use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Let's hear what you think. Stay with us.
Welcome, guys. It's another Christmas DIY segment on the Wake Up Nigeria show. And my name is Ime Okoche. Yes, today I'll be showing you guys how to make your Christmas DIY cards. Right, like I said, the theme for this Christmas DIY is budget friendly. So, if you want to give so many of your loved ones Christmas cards this season, but you don't just have enough, well, I've got you. Let's not also forget, we are not leaving the kids out on this one. This is something fun that you can get the kids to be a part of. Draw and just make merry this season, right? Let's get right into it. So for our Christmas DIY cards, what are the items you are using? We are making use of our red cardboard paper. We also have a white cardboard paper. We have our pair of scissors, as always. And I have a piece of an old belt. I know, someone's asking me right now, what are we going to use this for? Just wait and see. I have my sellotape, super glue, of course. And then I have got a few buttons here, white buttons that I'll be making use of. Yes. And then I have a few accessories here and there. Like I'll always say, the trick here is to allow your imaginations run wild. Let's get right to it. So you grab a book, right? You place it on your cardboard paper. You open it up like I've done here. And then you just mark out where you would like to use on your cardboard paper, from your cardboard paper. Once you've done that, like I have done here, you put your book aside. You put your marker aside as well. And then you grab your pair of scissors. Let's begin cutting, shall we? Now, so we are just going to cut out gently the parts that we need for our Christmas card. Make sure you are maintaining a straight line while cutting. I'm going to put aside the part that I don't need anymore. Now let's move over to our red cardboard paper. So remember what we did with our white cardboard paper. We're doing the same thing here. We're just going to cut out the part that we need. So I'm going to cut this out. And you need to be careful when using sharp objects around kids. So we're almost done with that. And I'm going to put this aside. So now that that is done, let's start making our Christmas cards. So first off, I'm going to fold my white cardboard paper into two. Make sure all the ends are equal. So just place them on the table. Make sure both ends are equal before you fold it. Nice. Okay. I just want to make sure that all ends are the same. So I'm just going to cut off a little piece. Nice. Great. So now that all ends are equal, I'm going to place the red cardboard paper on the white one using my super glue. So I'm just going to use the glue on all the corners of the red cardboard paper, and I am going to place it neatly at the center of the white cardboard paper. Just going to hold it in so that it's properly placed. Okay. So someone watching this right now might be asking, why are we using white and red cardboard papers? Can we use any cardboard papers? Yes, you can, but because the Christmas colors are white, red, green, and gold, that's why we're making use of white and red. Remember, it's Christmas cards that we are making right now. So quickly, I'm going to get my buttons, put my glue on it, stick it to the top of the Christmas card, and then another one on it quickly. Just okay, right there. So once that is done, it's time to accessorize. I am going to cut out my belt and then place it on the red cardboard paper. And then, so now I'm thinking of what accessories to use because I have so many accessories on here. Ooh, okay. Look at this Christmas accessory. This looks nice, actually. And it is very affordable too. So what I'm going to do is just glue this quickly to the belt and stick it on there. Oh, look at that. This is quite a lovely Christmas card, right? So now that that is done, there you have it. You have your Christmas DIY card. Looks nice, right? Great. And then you can write whatever in Christmas inscriptions that you want to write on here for your loved one. You can use a marker, you can use a pen, you can use whatever. Like I always say, the trick here is to allow your imaginations run wild. It's the holiday season. Best of luck. Aw, don't you just love the Christmas holiday? I know. You saw me there and then you see me here, right? Same costume, same hair, same everything. Well, it's just one of those things that we put together for you this Christmas holiday to make it more merry, more fun, more playful, and more engaging. I mean, look at that, the Christmas DIY cards that you just taught. Is something that you can make with the kids this holiday season. I mean, they're on holidays. Sometimes they shouldn't play too much. Also engage them in activities. And of course, we also have a few Christmas DIYs that we'll be playing later on in the week. We have one that teaches you how to make Christmas costumes, right? It's the holiday. We have so many parties this season, and some of them might be themed. I also taught you there how to make some Christmas costumes using tinsels. You're definitely going to love this one. So instead of going to those costume stores where they're going to cost you an arm and a leg to get a costume, why not make your own using scraps or just using, things around the house, using an old t-shirt. Like I'll always say, the trick here is to allow your imaginations run wild. We also have a DIY that teaches you how to create your own Christmas decoration using a photo frame, tinsels, and a few other Christmas accessories. I mean, well, the idea here, the idea here is to create, a budget-friendly Christmas holiday for you. Just using stuffs around the house that you can afford, that's easily accessible, and most of all, fun. Yeah, it's the holiday. I'm super excited about it. I hope you are too, because it is my favorite season of the year. If you're going to try out any of these Christmas DIYs, please let us know on all our social media platforms at TVC Connect. Do not forget to use the hashtag Christmas DIY on Wake Up Nigeria. I'd like to see what you created yourself. Send in those pictures and those videos. Keep them coming. I'll be waiting to see them. And that's it. So for now, we're taking a quick break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Welcome back. Yes, indeed, the Yuletide season is here. And this is a period when a lot of people need to make sales. They need to take their books from the red into the black again. Some are doing it, and some are doing it better than others. And today, our book of the week is called Sell or Die Poor. Giving you chills, huh? Yeah, it gave me chills too. The book shares some game-changing secrets to making more sales and more money every day. Kingsley Ndimele is here with us to join us for a chat. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
The title of your book, strong. Is strong. Now, I feel like, before anybody can put together a book, especially on selling, it feels like, they must have had a lot of experience in selling and made a certain amount of money before they become, in quote, an authority. Did you have any doubts about that before putting this together?
No, at all.
Okay.
I've been selling ever since I clocked 10, hawking in Bodija market in Ibadan, down to my university days, where I had a business in Northern Nigeria, and I was training people in event photography, and it's an event business, and I was still paying my fellow students' salaries.
Wow.
Even till I graduate, and I've been doing business, I've been selling, doing all manner of sorts.
So right now, maybe I have a brand new product, brand new idea. You're the sort of person I come to create a way to sell it, right?
Of course.
So there are a lot of different insights in your book. I went through the table of content and I was overwhelmed. But the first chapter hit me. It says, the real reason you are poor. Or they are poor. Me, I'm not poor. Me, I'm a billionaire. You know.
I'm a billionaire.
Yeah, I'm a billionaire. Let's do this. So what is that first chapter about?
Yeah, you know, a lot of time persons think the reasons they are poor is because they come from a poor background, is because they were not entitled to inheritance, they never went to a good school, or they never studied a good course, in quotes. And people make up excuses why they are poor. But when we look at it in a broader spectrum, you see that the more reason why people are poor is because they are spending more than they are selling. And you know, this thing about finance is that whether you like it or not, you are spending every day.
Sure.
You spend to make your hair, you spend to eat food, you spend to buy data, you spend to subscribe for Netflix and the likes. So if you're spending every day and what you're making is lesser than what you're spending, then you are definitely going to run financially down. So your selling must exceed your spending if your financial freedom must be realistic.
So you go through quite a journey in your book. And eventually you say marketers who talk too much don't sell so
much.
So the whole idea of marketing is convincing people to buy. How do you convince people without talking too much?
Convincing people without talking too much, the mistake a lot of marketers make is that they are tempted to talk too much to build a connection with the buyer, with the prospective buyer. But on the contrary, the more you talk, the more you inhibit the connection. So your talking should actually lead the buyer to make decision. But when you crowd the buyer with so much thought, so much words, and is unable to just make a decision. You are crowding into his thoughts.
So you're preventing the decision-making process from happening.
So you have to take some pauses. You have to allow your buyer talk. Let your buyer do the talking, because it's more about your buyer and less about you, and even less about your product.
You know what? Before you go into a masterclass here on marketing and selling, I'm going to touch on something you say here, chapter 6. It says 5 questions that win every potential customer. Ask open and closed questions in the right order. So first of all, what does that mean? Open and closed questions? I don't get that.
Open questions are questions that lead the buyer to talk more. To open up on his own need or her own need. But closed questions are questions that bring the conversation to a close very quickly.
Wow. So a closed question could be, do you need shoes? And then the customer says no.
No.
So that's a closed question.
That's a closed question. But an open question could, madam, what do you need? I need shoes. What kind of shoes? You are opening up the questions. What size? What color?
All right.
What do you need it for?
I'm feeling you. I'm getting there. I'm connecting a little more. But then you also talk about turning it into a conversation and not just a question and answer session. You also talk about that in chapter 6. So a lot of people are just tired of being sold markets. Like everybody, they try to sell me something. I'm done. I'm tired. So how do I, as a marketer, get around that?
Now, in marketing, your ability to sell without selling is what actually makes the sales. Because now everybody is trying to make sales. Everybody is trying to pitch a product. But I could come to you to pitch a product without actually telling you to buy this product. And me and you might have just talked and talked and talked before you even get to know that, he's even trying to sell a product to me. So it's about getting the first attention of the person. But once you pitch immediately, the person
closes up.
Because he knows that you're trying to market what every other person is doing. But when you start the conversation, just what we are talking, and I tell you, I don't buy this book. Have you seen this book? And you feel, let me see it. And you take the lead, you buy the book, and I make the money.
So now I can see you have like a radical sense of selling from what I'm seeing in your content pages of the book. First of all, the name of the book first. Sell or Die Poor. Yeah, first, eye-catching. It draws people in. They want to know what more about it. But then you come here in chapter 7 and say, sell like portable Zazu. Wait, I'm like, wait, what? Who is this guy? Wait, what's your name again? Kingsley Ndemele, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sell like portable. What is it about that particular individual that made you put a chapter together on him?
Yeah, I think Portable came up around last year, just exactly a year, that the whole Zazu cruise hit the street.
Okay.
And I took my time to study the lifestyle and the stories around this guy. Now, whether I would like it or not, Portable has beat the expectation of people. Because we never expected that he would still be trending
Or relevant, yeah.
relevant till now.
Okay.
But Portable has exceeded that expectation. And what is he doing differently? Portable is an influencer.
Okay.
He's influencing products, basically for the street. Now, Odogu Peters is my case study. Portable came in, Odogu Peters saw it.
Okay.
And Odogu Peters is a product for the street.
Okay. Okay.
Obi Kubana, who is the
Yeah, yeah.
the CEO or the founder, actually needed an influencer to hit the street with that product. And Portable was the right choice.
So I get where you're going with this. But then you created a whole chapter on this guy in your book, meaning that there are probably some things that people need to take as a step-by-step from what he did.
Yeah.
But are you sure it wasn't just, you know, God's grace, sheer luck? Do you think there was actually some kind of strategy in there for him as an individual, not the people that are taking advantage of his brand now?
Now, whether we like it or not, most persons have the celebrity crush, influencers. For me, it's Davido.
Okay.
Right. Now, for many persons, it's Portable.
Okay.
Now, the guy is hitting the street with content.
Okay.
And there is an audience for every content.
Okay.
So for you to get through or penetrate through Portable's audience, to influence them to buy your product. Because they like Portable, they know Portable, they hear Portable. It's not just popular, it's influential. That's the difference.
Okay.
That is, being popular means they know you. Being influential means they listen to you. And Portable has actually showed that.
Okay, so you're saying they listen to what he says, or is it do they watch what he wears? Do they watch what he posts? What is exactly is selling for him? Let's bring it and make it practical now. If I have a clothing brand I want to sell, and I want to take advantage of that kind of brand, talk to me.
Now, you cannot likely take advantage of that kind of a brand because there must be a synergy between the product, the person, and the audience.
Okay.
For example, Aquafina took a Aproco Doctor to influence their bottled water. And everybody knows that Aproco Doctor on Twitter is take water, take water, take water. So there's a synergy.
Okay, so because of, I understand where you're going now. So let's take it away from influencers and the new type of selling. Let's go back to the most old school selling, the Molue medicine seller. You have a whole chapter on that as well. Molue medicine sellers that used to stand up at their seat and either they have some kind of voice box
and they have an ID card,
and they introduce themselves and they start selling. You have a chapter on that too.
Yeah.
Good way to sell or not?
Now, we draw our lessons from the day-to-day scenarios we see on the street. Now, this happened when I actually came to Lagos, and a Molue medicine seller came into the bus, into the is it the BRT or Molue bus? Came into it and said some stories, and before you know it, people were actually buying the product. In that same trip, he got down, another person came in, another Molue seller came in. The same strategy. And the same persons still bought this product. I was like, oh, man, there's something about this. And what they do specially is that they have ice-breaking stories.
Okay.
They tell you stories, give you testimonies.
Okay.
And it's just so emotional that before you know it,
Yeah. You've given them your money.
you get your money.
Wow. Hi, now the joy of giving is the magic of the Yuletide season. That's why we're really excited about all the amazing stuff we have to give away a little later on today and of course for the rest of the holiday season.
Yes, indeed. Courtesy of TVC Communications and a lot of amazing Nigerian SME owners, we have more than enough to give well, all of you ardent viewers and followers out there on social media.
Yeah, and make sure you don't touch the dial, don't change the TV, put the remote control down. We're going to be announcing the word of the day and the winners from yesterday's pick in a moment.
Yes, indeed. But first, let us remind you that a lot has been going on the show today.
Yeah,
And of
yeah.
course, if you have been on since the morning, well, hey, you have been privy to that. There's still plenty to come your way, so just hang in there. By the way, I wanted to say, I don't know what's going on with all the traffic. No, not traffic, but the prices for cab rides lately. It's been astronomical, I know.
It has.
Right? If
Even
you've
to
ever been in any of them.
find the cab.
Yeah,
it's-
so much
it
movement going on.
So much is happening. Now, we just got word that our Chef Betty, was unable to make it today because she's taking care of a loved one who happens to not be feeling too good. Please send out your prayers for Chef Betty and her loved ones as she makes everything happen today.
Absolutely. Now, we do it like no other. So, hey, you know, we have the license to do all the fun things here on the show and bring you all along as we do it. So thank you for joining us in 7 a.m. We've got more than 45, about 45 minutes left to go on the show. And you guys are welcome to sit in and enjoy.
You're the reason why we are here.
Why you make it sound like that?
It's the song. The song is, this is why we are here.
Oh, I get it now.
I don't know. You know what? But and Winnie are already in the Christmas spirit. How you doing, ladies?
Are we in the Christmas spirit?
Yeah.
Are you in the Christmas spirit?
My dear, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just, yeah, I'm in the spirits. Well, there's Grinch and Christmas, so yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm not grinching with you.
I could be the
Anyway,
Grinch.
Talking about
any
traffic,
day.
Mazino. Jesus, people, can you guys go to your villages already?
True, I know, right?
Traffic is one
I've
thing,
been-
the fuel queue is another thing.
Is that still feels scarcity?
Yes, there's
Oh,
scarcity.
MM,
And
obviously.
in my area, the fuel scarcity is causing the traffic.
Wow.
Then plus the normal traffic. So you can
Wow.
imagine what's like. So yeah.
Anyways.
I say, hey, just stay at home and enjoy your
Actually.
holiday with family. You
Yeah.
don't need to go any place. They're all there already. Where are you people running to? Just don't be on the streets.
As long as you're also watching Wake Up Nigeria.
As long as you're watching Wake Up Nigeria, thank you very much, Evan. That is true.
Yes.
In any case, let's move on now. My name is Mazino Appeal.
And I'm Titilaya Oyinson. You can, of course, stream the show live on tvcentertainment.tv or on Facebook at TVC Connect, or watch us live on GOTV, Channel 27, or UHF, Channel 49.
You can also download the app. Want to remember that one on Android or iOS store. It is unrestricted access. All you need to do is follow us on social media at TVC Connect as well to get some of the content that we put on there. Send in comments using the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. We love to read them and respond to them.
Wake Up Nigeria giveaways is a hashtag that is, you know, what we're using for the giveaways for this Christmas season. So make sure you take note of that one for now as well.
All right, let's let them know what we have coming for the rest of Wake Up Nigeria this morning.
We have, of course, on a Thursday, art display happening today. We'll be having another mini exhibition from someone who has put hyperrealism to the test. We can't wait to have that conversation. Yay! We can't wait for all those giveaways. We're going to be talking about the winners, mentioning the winners for yesterday's giveaway a little later on the show. But it feels so good whenever you get the chance to give things away, right? Doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Yes, it
So
does.
yesterday I went to the shop for other things.
I'm
We'll
gonna
talk about
stop you.
later.
Yeah, we will talk about it later. But at this point, let's take a quick break and be back with more.
And right now, it's time for some arts, right? And you know, on Thursdays, we're obviously artsy. And today, I have someone that's actually from not only Edo State, but also from my local government area, which is Isaka Central, with us as the artist. His name is David Oz. We'll talk about that Oz name. We need the full Edo name. He's a modern realist painter who uses a personally developed technique called absolute realism to capture realistic features in highly chromatic forms. Amazing. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria.
Very much.
All right. So now, as I said, Oz, is that the full name? There has to be an Edo name.
There's a full name. It's
Yeah.
very long.
Give it to-
Ozemegwa.
Ozemegwa. It's not long like that now.
It's long now.
It's not too now. It's not
Not
that
too long.
It's not that long.
But I still love the name, Sha.
Oh, I love it. Of course, it sounds unique.
It's very, yeah.
Very unique.
There's only one family line.
Only one. I think we Edo people have. See, let's not turn this to.
Yeah, let's not
Parapon.
make it a cultural thing.
Let's
Yeah,
move
it's
to
okay,
art.
let's move.
So I mean, we came in today and like people were blown away by the amazing piece, art,
Thank you
piece
very
of art you have here. So now let's talk about this one for starters. Now tell me, first of all, when did you start? When did you realize that okay, you could actually paint? What brought you to that realization? Was it something you trained on, or was it something that comes naturally to you?
Yeah, it comes naturally. It's actually a gift. I've been painting since I was a kid.
Wow. Okay.
Very earliest moment in my life, if I can remember clearly.
Okay.
There are a few things I could do easily, and painting, music, sports.
So, okay. Do you write?
Just
You can if you try,
can.
but no. Yeah.
put my mind to it, but
Yeah.
I don't really put my mind to it,
Put
I
your
guess.
mind to it like that. Okay, I
let's
mean, it
stick to
makes
what
a
I
whole
can
lot of
do.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's talk about this really nice, natural-looking painting you have here. So now tell me about it. What inspired it? And then what story are we actually pulling from this particular art piece?
Well, first of all, this is a portrait study
Okay.
of someone I know personally.
You know, wow, okay.
Yeah. And when I saw the picture, I told her I wanted to paint this.
So this was painted from a picture.
Yes, it was painted from a picture.
Okay.
I told her I wanted to paint this and to capture the mood, the particular essence, the way she's staring and all that.
Okay, okay.
There's a lot
You could
I
see
could see
from
into
it.
it. I just loved the picture right from the onset. I put in a lot of concentration into this. I've done a lot of portrait paintings, a whole lot. I actually do family portrait paintings.
Okay, okay.
And even some wedding
wow.
portrait
Portraits
paintings, the
as well.
husband and the wife and all that.
Yeah.
But if I could, I don't know, a lot of those are not with me anymore, but if I could actually display all of them on ground, I would still pick this.
You pick this. Why
That's
would
one
you
of my
pick this?
favorite.
It seems like there's a little. Can you think about it a bit? It seems like there's actually some emotional attachment to this particular one. What is it exactly? What is it exactly that you say
Basically,
spoke to you?
Yes, the major thing that actually hit me about this is the stare.
The stare, yeah.
Yes, the stare, her eyes, the stare, which is like just being in a void of opportunities and anything can come out of it. And it tells different kind of stories.
All right.
You know, when I look at it, I see opportunity. I see different perspectives to
Yeah.
life. I see emotional aesthetics.
Okay.
I see beauty. I see a lot of things in it. And it's just from the stare alone. And it also looks like, you know, like a kind of a model art.
Like a model act.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Okay, so now tell me the type of painting. What type
This
of painting
is
is this?
Oil on canvas.
This is oil on canvas, okay, and all of it, no mixed media, nothing.
No mixed media. No mixed
Just
media.
oil on
Just
canvas.
Because I spend a lot of time detailing works.
Yeah, it looks very detailed. I mean, you got her edges. Very important. I mean, we ladies love our edges complete. So you got that, and
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
spend a
okay.
lot of
And the
time.
braiding also. You can see the
Yes.
lines. You can see everything.
I spend a lot of time.
So like, how
detailing.
long did this painting take you?
Roughly 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks. Oh, is that like from like back to back to back, or do you like do other things
Yes,
and come back to
back.
it? Back to back.
Back to back, because
Wow.
painting it is not the problem. Painting is never a problem. Detailing is the work.
Detailing is the
And I
truth.
pay too much attention to it.
To
I don't leave
details.
anything out of it. When
Wow.
I detail, I go for the utmost, down to the tiniest structure.
Tiny structure.
I always follow it.
And I think that's why we can see so much
that's why you
emotion.
can see so much
That's why we can
out
actually
of it.
see.
That's why the stare
Yes, is there.
is for me. For me,
Yes.
it's the stare.
Amazing. So now let's talk about the other one you came in with. There was one I saw with the cows. Now, no, tell me about that particular painting before we spot where it is. So it's right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
Actually, that painting is a protest art.
Protest. Okay.
Yes.
Explain that. Take me through it.
It's titled Homeland Insecurity.
Okay.
Because this was at a time where, you know, the country were dealing with a lot of mass murder and killings, and basically you hear farmers and herders will clash over cows, and it was starting to look like, you know, cows were more important than people.
Human beings, true.
So I kind of developed an act to create a piece that shows a cooperative society between cows.
Okay.
You understand? Cows that would actually act distinctively through positioning like human beings. And if you look closely at the painting, you will see that the cows that are closest to your view are actually looking at you.
Okay, yeah.
Then the ones behind them are grazing, which means that the ones in front are pretty much protecting those behind them, which is what we don't do a lot in the country. And that is something that we need to practice. We need to learn to look out for one another, be your neighbor's keeper and all that. And you can see that the cows which are more important to some sections of people in the country, you can see that the cows themselves are actually doing that. So we should learn one or two things from that. So it's pretty much a protest art.
Amazing. See, I love art because you can express whatever you want to express through your mind. Like through your, once you can think about it, you can literally put it out there and then connect with people.
The funniest part is that you can actually think about something, and you put it down, and when you're done with that, it actually tells a different story.
A different story, very true.
And then you have to follow that story.
That story instead.
Because, you know, it's more suitable.
More suitable. Amazing. I mean, I wish we could go on and talk about all the things you've done. There's another third painting I'd like to talk about, but then again, we're short on time. Because it's a breakfast show, we'll keep that one on locks. All right, maybe we'll push it to Majino's show on Friday night. Yeah. So thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Of course, amazing talking to you about arts.
Yeah.
All right, that's all we have for now, but so much more still to come on Wake Up Nigeria, so make sure you do stay tuned. We'll be right back.
And it's time for our final guest of the day.
It's not Superman. He could be.
He could. And he's well on his way to picking up amazing, iconic roles. And just from the little conversation we've had so far, we see he's going great places. Raymond Umenze is here.
Yes, indeed. He's an actor, graphic designer, editor, and also model who's appeared in major TV and, movies, TV series and movies.
Yeah.
Now, the latest of which is Far From Home, not Spider-Man. He produced an online series called Opinion and a talk show called It's All About Time on YouTube.
Yeah.
Here he is today joining us. You're welcome, Raymond.
Thank you so much.
You're also known as Cage.
The actor.
The actor, Johnny Cage.
The actor.
Okay, right.
But where did the nickname come from? Talk to us.
Well, it's the same thing, where it came from. I've always been a
yeah.
gamer ever since I was a kid and everything. Yeah, Mortal Kombat, Call of Duty, I was a soccer fan, Uncharted, Time Splitters, Crash Bandicoot.
So you have calluses somewhere on your hand. Where are they? Where? Somewhere.
It's somewhere, actually. But yeah, that's where the nickname came from.
That's nice.
Yeah,
That's good.
basically. I've always liked it.
I find it very interesting when I meet actors who are very young because I always want to know exactly how they're finding it in the industry. You're a young person. You're Gen Z, aren't you?
Oh, well. Come on. Okay, fine. I'm Gen Z, I accept.
So I always wonder because we here on set we have Mr. Francis, who we call Grandpa. Francis has a pedigree in old
Nollywood. Yes,
It's so old on my eyes. But yeah, so we have plenty of that influence with us here. But you, a young person in Nollywood now, I'm wondering how Nollywood treats you.
To be fair, it's been, obviously, one thing about this life is moments, they have their ups and downs, right? And before I started this, I already knew that I was going to face challenges.
Okay.
And the question you need to ask yourself is, do you really want this, right? So basically, I would say, fair enough, I've been treated good. Okay. Because if I haven't, I won't be where I am today.
Nice.
But the thing is, you just have to have this determination to push and push and push.
Yeah.
A lot of people would give up, right? But I have been pushing. And if I'm here now, then Nollywood is great.
You have like a long way to go and you're looking forward to
Yeah, I'm looking.
It feels like you.
I'm looking.
It feels like you've done really, really well. First of all, they say once you have a show on Netflix, everything changes.
Actually,
Right.
actually.
So what exactly changed when Far From Home hit Netflix?
Visibility. I have it now, like, everybody's seen me, and it feels good because it means my work is appreciated. And over the years, that's what I have been working for. And now I have it. It just feels good.
Nice.
And I'm happy. Thank you so much, Netflix. Thank you so much, Inkblot. I'm really grateful.
Okay. So we're looking at scenes from the movie Far From Home right now. It's very interesting. I also wanted to touch on your character, the character that you played. What was his name again?
Didn't really.
Dane Reilly. Now, Dane Reilly was a very unique character. Dane Reilly was not the average. I won't say he was really an antagonist. I'd say that he was fighting his own demons. He
Yeah.
had his entire storyline
Yeah.
from a rich home,
Yeah.
having that, not so good relationship with his father.
Father, yeah.
That role was very, very interesting because people actually asked, is this person not, this is a bit too real? Is this sure
Is it a real
Skoy is not
character?
real? Where did you get that character? Where did you build that from?
To be honest, my two references for this character,
References.
I had a friend in secondary school who had similarities with Dane Reilly, right? Somehow we kind of like became close during our time in secondary school, right? Then also, I don't know if you've seen this movie, Akila and the Bee.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so you know the son, the guy that
Yeah.
she met at the last competition, how his father was always neglecting him and all of that.
Yeah.
But deep down, he wanted to feel like that kind of thing. So those were my two references when I read the character Dane Reilly and everything. So I felt the connection, and it was perfect because I've lived. It wasn't my life, but I've had that one-on-one conversation with someone that's living that life, and I have seen movies and everything. And to me, I just thought Akila and the Bee for the movie references was the best part. And my friend in secondary school was also like the best part for my real life experience.
So we've already made reference to old and new Nollywood. It does feel like the way your characters, all the characters in Far From Home were acting, it was a little more modern than we're used to. Was it deliberate?
So young actors are beautiful. Like, shout out to every young actor out there. Like, shout out to all of them. We are beautiful because now we are starting to learn. We are watching our veterans, studying them, learning from them, unlearning from them, and figuring out new ways we could make the industry, the acting industry, feel seamless. And if you look at the way young characters handle roles now, you could tell that there's some work that has been put into place over time. You could even tell that they're fighting some, how do I put it? Some
Culture, some tradition. old
Exactly.
traditions.
Yes, exactly. That needs to be better. We are putting in the work. We're doing it. And if you speak to these people, you could tell like their orientation is more about making an excellent project than just to like be out there and everything. So I feel that has affected us.
So let's bring out the hard questions. So this culture you're talking about, and this unlearning and learning and infusion of new Nollywood, let me put it that way. For us who are watching, who are classic millennials, it might seem a bit far from home for us. Get the pun.
Actually.
It might seem a bit plastic for us because we didn't grow up, having the mannerisms that these young people have, and also it's a bit different. We're like, why are they talking like that? Is that how you people talk nowadays? That type.
But actually,
So is it true to life? Is that how young people
discuss?
act?
Yes.
Discuss.
Yes.
The mannerisms. Is that what we don't see as old people now?
Yes.
Sorry, Titi.
Please don't point to
Is that what? Is it different? It's a totally different culture. Is what you're telling us now?
Yes.
And the world has to engage that now. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. So, gone are those days when old people would have conversations. Okay, I'm sorry.
when I say it, it's
oh, yeah,
okay,
no,
but when
but you
you say it, it
started it already.
I'm going to shift over to this side of the couch.
I'm so sorry,
Because
but you
we
started
Gen
it.
Zs, we Gen Zs are having conversations.
Okay, gone are those. I was saying older people. I think that sounds more, yeah.
it's milder.
Where they relate with younger ones, and that's just what they know. I feel like younger people have lives aside what older people know. And thank you for social media because it has helped us like connect with each other best. So it's a thing where there are just some things that someone older would not understand. And that's why you would tell your son, go and play with your age mates. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
If a kid is playing with sand, you don't see yourself playing with sand, right? Because you're not of his mental capacity. But his friend would do that willingly. So I feel like these days now, with the exposure that social media has created and everything, it has given younger people that power to connect and communicate and bring ourselves together. And when we do that, we're in the same environment, then we have to learn and unlearn. We teach ourselves, right? And because older people don't get involved, you can't just understand it.
Yeah.
So basically.
So do you think that that culture makes the movie Far From Home more exportable?
Yes.
To the rest of the series, rather, makes it more exportable to the rest of the world.
Yes.
You think that's what's actually helping it?
Yes, because if you look at the buzz so far, so good, it's been mind-blowing. People have accepted it. Okay, now, the story revolves around the 1% of the 1%, right?
Okay, sure.
Now, if you look at the school, a lot of people have been saying, oh, this is unrealistic, this is the... So now, one thing we need to accept, right, is we can't keep doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
American movies would do an Avengers, everybody will accept it without, like, we need to also understand that we need to accept fiction, part of fiction and everything. So don't get it wrong, these schools exist.
They do.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. I've had an experience in my high school where there was an exception to a lot of people because of their background. And obviously, we know they were not regular people. So trust me, there is an establishment for people of that caliber. Do you understand? And Far From Home exposed that. So it's left for you to learn.
Okay, so he's definitely schooling us at this point.
At this point,
But I'm wondering goals now.
Okay.
Goals down the line.
Okay.
You've got a great role. Some people, their goal was actually to get on Netflix, and you've done that.
Okay.
Right?
Start.
There were some people that was their goal initially.
Okay.
And now you're there, so what's next?
To be very honest, if I bagged this thing, right?
It was plain
If
work,
I
yeah.
bagged it, I already had my goals lined up.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. High school movie of that magnitude was one of it, right? I'm on Netflix. It's good. Like I'm there. The next one, please, I'm looking at HBO. Anybody that's watching the show that has connect to HBO, come and carry me, please. This is me shooting my shot.
Yeah, he
But
just
yeah,
shot his shot there.
I'm on a journey to make a difference. I'm happy with what the music industry is doing.
Yeah.
They are international and everything.
Beautiful.
I am gonna take Nollywood out there to another level.
Well, I
trust
tell you
me.
what,
Trust
you
me, I'm
have
gonna
some
do that.
new fans right here on
Yep.
Wake Up Nigeria.
Old
We're gonna
people.
We're gonna be watching you back to back. I don't
Thank you so
understand what you're
much.
talking about, 'cause, you know, I don't know. But really, great stuff, great stuff.
Yeah,
you
we're
so much.
excited that
We'll be
you're
looking
on that series. We are going to keep watching it. I haven't
Yeah.
finished it, but it's
Yeah.
a great start. The
Thank you
memes,
so
the
much.
memes on social media.
Yeah.
Ah.
Somebody,
I love it.
somebody put a meme with you in it. And
Yes.
said, this is an example of my papa making you know, but the memes are all over the place. If you haven't seen them, maybe you should. It's Far From Home, the series, and it's fantastic. It's good to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Let's hope
Good
your
to
next
meet
role
you
you don't
too.
have to shave the beard and the mustache.
Oh, wow.
So we still have some names to reel out for you. The winners from yesterday, we'll be announcing them tomorrow, and the winners from today, we'll be announcing them tomorrow as well. So the key word for today is sell.
Sell.
Yes, the
There was love,
keyword
but
for
sell.
today is sell. The keyword for yesterday was love. Keyword for today is sell. So how many times have we mentioned the word sell? I just said it 3 more times, by the way. Just a hint.
MM and Winfrey, you guys must have goodbyes you want to say as well,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, I was about to give the hashtag.
Sorry, thanks.
Yeah, so interesting conversation there. The giveaways are still ongoing, people. The keyword today is sell. Let us know. We're waiting for you in the comment section, guys. How many times was the word sell said on
It's
the
okay,
show?
don't say it any more times now.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
What was the
Same
hashtag
time,
again?
same station tomorrow. We'll see you for the Friday edition. Remember, we're doing movies, we're doing games, we're doing so much more. So make sure you don't miss and don't touch that dial. Many more to come.
Bye. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. We're good.
Bye.
Bye.
You wanna wait? Hey.